No, you thought I was fucking good before. Actually, you didn't. But watch this. I'm a fucking full-on pro. Boom. Wrong one.
Oh, amazing. Oh, what a pro.
I'm getting there. Oh, there was one extra row I didn't see. Hey, everybody, what's the crack? This is Ross Browne, and you're listening to Unforeseen, the podcast that is truly unforeseen. I have actually no idea what's going to happen, and this is episode 3 already, and I'm having an absolute blast. It is the absolute crack. Best producer in the world, because you're bringing me some of the... For someone who thinks I've seen everything on the internet, and sometimes you kind of get through that where you go, seen that 100 times, and you get a little bit jaded by it. The last 2 weeks, you have astounded me.
I just now have the weirdest Google search history ever. That's all I'm going to say.
If there's a murder anywhere near where you live, you're going to be prime suspect number one. They're going to be like, it's got to be the girl that wipes her ass with a stick, surely. Yeah. So, update.
Yeah.
Last episode, you found out about my...
Oh my God.
Hello.
How can we forget about this thing?
Yeah.
Ross has got a weird, if you're just tuning in now, Ross has got a weird thing about his toe. I'm afraid that we'll start it off again. There was a weird moment in the last podcast. You have to go back and listen to it.
Equals talent. Hello.
Come on, what's the update?
Okay, so Lorraine, my wife, got on to different Lorraine.
This is very confusing, isn't it? There's too many Lorraines in your life.
Yeah, and she rang she said, I'm waiting for a call back from Mary. And I said, who's Mary? And she said, Mary is the nurse. And I said, who's the nurse of what? And I said, what's that for? And she said, hello. For your woohoo. Hey.
That is not a good way to describe your toe. Your woohoo.
I need to get my woohoo removed. My woohoo has grown too long. Brendan Dassey's innocent.
Oh, it was Brendan Dassey? What?
Justice.
So you're getting your woohoo removed.
Hello! Boring. Jerry Adams smells like trout. Fucking hell. Valencia Island. What a destination. So they said, I'm fucking sweating again. They said you have to go for a consultancy. I said, Lorraine told him, not going to happen. He's not going to come in and talk about it. He can't talk about it. He has Tourette's. And they went, he has Tourette's. And she went, he doesn't have Tourette's. He has a conditional case of Tourette's only about this thing. And tickling.
Poor wife.
And tickling.
Your poor
You almost
wife.
like, and tickling. Lorraine's like, yeah, he does the same thing with tickling. So then... She said, well, we actually have to give him a consultation. She went, he won't listen. He'll just start shouting about making a murder and stuff.
But they have to give you a consultation.
So
you can't just go into this rock up and they take your...
So Lorraine said, hello. Lorraine said, what'll I tell them that has to happen? I said, what? And they said, we won't knock him out. They said, we won't knock him out. I said, you have to knock me out. And they said, we won't. They said, only a hospital can do that. But they said, I'll talk to the doctor because he sounds like a special case.
Well, that is for sure. That is 100%. My God.
Yeah. So I said, the only way I'm going to do this is if there's no consultancy. If I just walk in, I have to be knocked out immediately. Like, I don't want to hear, I don't want small talk. I don't want nothing. Like, I want to walk in. Like, if they could hit me over the head with a hammer from behind, that would be ideal. And I want the thing sorted, and then I want to be woken up and never have to go back for like a checkup or anything, because they'd have to knock me out for everything.
What if you wake up though and you're missing a digit?
I would easily 100% get the whole toe amputated.
No way, your balance would be all off.
I would 100% do it. You just stick a Lego on the end.
So you'd be avoiding the
By the
stepping
way,
on Lego thing.
does anybody have a Lego prosthetic? Because they really need to look into that. Because Lego is fucking class. If I had a choice, I'd be like, can we do Lego? And that would be my first port to call. If they were like, it won't bend, I'm like, it doesn't matter. I limp, but I look like fucking...
You'll look cool when
I
you
look
limp.
fucking class. Yeah.
So when is this non-consultation thing happening?
I don't know. And I've got a driving test as well on the 6th of October.
You have a driving test?
Yeah.
What?
I'm a paralysed driver. I'm a provisional.
Really? I never knew this about you.
Oh yeah, I've been driving illegally for 14 years.
No way.
I failed 5 times.
Stop.
Well, I failed 4 times. Then the 5th time I showed up and I forgot my license. The man just sent me home.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You actually do need a full-time carer. You really do. Okay, so what if the procedure and the driving test coincide? I mean,
It can't happen. I'm gonna have to accelerate my head or something.
You and your Lego toes.
Surely they have some sort of like
automatic cars.
No, I was going to say like special needs accelerator where you like accelerate with your shoulder or something. Does it have
I'm
it?
not
For people
sure.
that don't have feet?
I'm not sure.
Can people with no feet
yeah,
drive?
maybe, actually, yeah.
Yes, surely there's hand pedals for people with no feet, like not quadriplegics, paraplegics, or for amputees.
I'm sure there is.
Yeah. So there you go.
There you're sorted.
I mean, you couldn't really fail a fella with hand pedals, could you? You couldn't though. Like if you saw a fella and he was like, "I've got hand pedals," you couldn't be like,
Listen,
"Oh, sorry, you weren't good enough."
If you didn't bring your license, though, you know. Come on, let's get into this. Let's get stuck into this podcast.
I want some weirdness today.
You've been to America?
I have.
Have you been to Florida?
Yes, I have. I was at Orlando.
Florida's a mad spot.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit lawless. It's just a bit wild. Anything goes. Have you heard of Florida Man?
Yeah. You type anything into Google. You type like Florida Man 47, Florida Man 62, and you'll always get a story about a Florida man of that age that did something absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Alligator at a drive-through, all those kind of things.
Florida Man. If you've never heard of this, it's basically like an umbrella term for the dumbest of people responsible for the dumbest of acts. Which is why every single day on the news in the States, a story will inevitably begin with Florida man and proceeds to be a completely batshit story.
Yeah.
Let's take one of those stories. This is from CBS Miami.
This 42-year-old man was arrested for riding his bicycle on the front lawn of a Naples home and telling a woman inside he was an FBI agent. Christian Dudley was wearing a hat with FBI printed on it, and his bicycle had flashing red and blue lights, according to the police report. Deputies say Dudley told the woman...
I mean, straight away, I'm looking at him and he looks like... He's actually quite a good-looking man.
Do you think so?
Yeah, there's something about him.
Rugged,
or fucked. But there is something about him. He's got a strong jaw. He's got a strong jaw. His eyes look a bit sunken.
Yeah.
But like if you looked at him from the eyes down, from like the top, halfway down the nose down, you look at it's kind of Hugh Jackmanish. But watch this. You flip the hand and you just go eyes up, and it's like a creepy Steven Seagal. It's the eyebrows. There's a lot of mischief in those eyebrows.
That's quite the combination of
isn't
people
it?
there. Yeah,
yeah. Greatest showman, fake martial artist. It's. Oh yeah, but no, like he doesn't look as bad as what some people would look like if they're caught doing crimes or whatever. He's got a bit of a sultry pose as well. He could be a bit of an Instagram hun.
I think you're kind of falling for this man.
Okay.
She needed to show proof of ID that she was in the U.S. legally. When she said she was a U.S. citizen and he needed to leave, Dudley refused. Her husband came out and told him the same thing, and Dudley said they were guilty of housing illegal aliens. They eventually called police, and that is when Dudley took off, but not before dumping several live catfish on the driveway.
From where? Hang on a second. He wasn't in a car. He was on a bicycle. Where did the fucking fish come from?
And they're alive.
What? The catfish are fucking huge.
And they're horrible.
Have you seen catfish?
Yeah,
they're
horrible.
fucking like they're that long.
Yeah.
Several. Not a pair. Not a trifecta. Several. That means nearly 7.
But like, were they in a bag of water or
Have you ever carried a bag of water? You can't. It's really fucking heavy. Water's quite heavy.
with live
With
catfish?
several catfish. That is what sort of justice is that? You're illegal. No, I'm not. We're calling the cops. Yeah, well, no, you got fucking 7 catfish in your fucking lawn. Deal with that shit.
I just love the concept.
He's trying to tell them to go back where they're from. Could you not put the fish back where they're from? Let's put them on grass. What do you love?
The fact that this is a grown man, like he is, what age is he? He's definitely in his 40s, 50s.
Easily. He's 45. He's 48.
On a bike with flashing lights and a hat that says FBI.
Yeah, so like this is this isn't just a guy who was on a bike and then saw people and then kind of got like they don't belong here and then kind of like launched into like a bullshit racist tirade. This guy's going around impersonating an FBI agent.
I wonder, did it ever work though? Did he knock on someone's door?
What, and he walked them to the Mexican border.
Where they believed this man on a bike with flashing lights was an FBI agent.
They're like, hey man, what are all these catfish? He's like, they're my partner. They're volatile and they love chow. This is fucking, like and looks wise, even the story, he started off like, quite sane sounding.
Yeah.
Like I'm an FBI agent. And then proceeded to go full Steven Seagal and dump several catfish on their lawn. Is there more to this?
Officers spotted him riding his bike down Tamiami Trail and described him as heavily intoxicated. He was charged with impersonating a law enforcement officer and having an open...
So he's heavily intoxicated as well.
Oh, yeah.
So he's like, hey, you? Are you farting? I'm a FB agent.
There's just so many questions though. Where did the catfish come from and why are they alive?
It's very odd.
So where had he been before this to get the catfish? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, he had to go fishing first. But where's the rod?
Exactly.
It's very odd.
So many questions.
It's very odd, and it's very erratic behavior as well. It has all of the like the fingerprints off his face.
Yes.
Doesn't it? Like
yeah.
there's nothing that says I haven't dropped 9 yolks.
Yeah.
In the last 2 hours. Like, you have to be not even just intoxicated or drunk. You have to be off your fucking yaps on something. Like, it must be pills or fucking, not even Coke. Coke would just make you just fucking go mad.
I think there's a cocktail.
There has to be some sort of thing where he thinks he's FBI. Wow.
We've got another Florida man story for you now.
Oh, brilliant.
This is a live news report from
I love these.
WPLG Local 10 News.
Can I just say before we start this, if there's a black person in this video giving an eyewitness account, it will be amazing. Because there seems to be a thing in America where people try and outdo each other's eyewitness reports. Have you seen the? Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah,
Have you seen the? They burning everybody. They raping everybody up in here.
Oh, and they turned
had
that
your
into
wife,
a song.
had your kid, had your kids, and then there's the other one which was I was like, not today.
They're so
But
good.
it seems to be only within the black community, and that's why I said if there's a black person in this news report, their eyewitness account will be probably hilarious if they're saying what they saw. Also, the leprechaun up the tree one.
Oh my God! Yeah,
I think it was a crackhead. So that is, and I'd like to get to the bottom of what that is. Is that like an inside joke where people are going, they're going to ask us something on the news? We got to be hilarious here. That's because you don't see white people doing that. Very rarely do you see any other race at all ever really take the piss out of the news presenters with like fantastic verbiage.
And they're amazing. They're so good.
They're like,
so good.
It's just so energetic. Like, why can't white people step up and just and just like we're really losing in the whole eyewitness report game. Like, we really are. We really need to get some people out there to kind of like catch up and like bridge that gap. So, all right, here we go.
Live now from North Lauderdale to explain this one for us today,
Ian Margol is gorgeous.
He is very handsome. He's
turning gay. All right.
Calvin, this one stinks. Imagine yourself in this scenario. Number one, someone takes a poop on your driveway. And number two...
He should have started with number 2, someone takes a poop on your driveway, and number 1.
You have to clean it up yourself.
I know when it comes on for you to go, you have to go.
Wilton Thomas is trying to be understanding,
I called it.
But you can imagine his...
I called it. Did I not call it? Is this man going to be hilarious? I'm putting a tenner across the table. This man is going to be fucking hilarious.
frustration when he saw this on his home surveillance cameras. Some dude...
No, I understand why. Now I understand why the black community are funnier when they're given eyewitness reports. Because white people aren't on the eyewitness reports because we're the ones shitting on the fucking driveways.
It's so true.
No one interviews
it's so
us
true.
Because we're in the back of a fucking squad car.
We're the leprechaun up the tree.
We're the leprechaun up the tree. We're the burning building. We're the guy shitting in the driveway. No one ever asks us for our account of the incident because that's what the cops are asking us. So the news are talking to the black community,
have it.
and the white community are getting locked up because we're fucking dumbasses. That's why I fucking cracked it.
dropping a deuce on his driveway.
Love dropping a
You could
deuce.
have Drove himself right towards the left in the fence towards the coconut tree and do what he want to do there.
Love that accent.
That's amazing.
Love that accent. There's a Cork lilt to that as well.
Do you think?
Have you ever seen the Irish of the Black Irish of Montserrat?
No.
Channel 4 documentary.
Okay.
Recorded in the 70s or 80s.
Okay.
About the Black Irish community of Montserrat. Irish people were displaced and moved over to Montserrat by the English, I believe, and then they integrated and mixed and married and had kids with the local people of Montserrat. And now there are people who are descendants of Cork people, but also descendants of people from Montserrat. So they're black and they have Cork banners and they have Guinness signs and they have Murphy's things in their houses, and they're talking with this lilt that's almost like Asher Jizz, I tell no, but they also have a bit of like the Montserrat complete accent, but they also have these little verbisms and kind of Asher look at, do you know, no, it's fucking
Oh my God,
amazing.
unreal. I need
And
to check
every time
that
I
out.
hear a Jamaican or Caribbean accent, I always have that kind of, God, there's a Cork lilt. How's it going, boy? How's it going, boy? It's like,
Yeah.
you know, come here now, girl. Come here now, girl. Like, there is, isn't there? There's a very
I'm never going to hear the accents the same. Oh my God.
wagwan. Go on, boy. It's the same thing.
Would be no problem. But in my driveway,
Thomas says it was around 4 p.m. Saturday afternoon. He was at work when this green car pulls up.
just open his door and just start to pull his shirt all the way over. And
First of all, you're taking a shit. Why are you taking your shirt off first? It's like, oh, hang on a second. I forgot my asshole's in the bottom half of my body. Bollocks.
It's an easy mistake
I
to
thought
make.
it came out under the arm. I've been spraying deodorant in my asshole.
Just as quickly as he arrived, the party pooper drives off, leaving his shirt
That's a big shit. Whoa! Whoa!
The man needed to go.
It's bigger than his t-shirt. His t-shirt is dwarfed by the size of the shit. Holy fuck! It's the size of several catfish.
Do you think he thought he was being polite by covering it? Like, did he think people wouldn't notice that there's a giant poo under?
No. You're completely misreading this situation. Lorraine,
Go on.
you've clearly never shat outside.
Clearly not.
That man used his t-shirt to wipe his hole.
I never thought of that.
Of course.
I never thought of
He's
that.
not a monster, Lorraine. He's a human being. That man
I never thought
took
of that.
his t-shirt off in foresight,
Oh,
going,
that's-
I need to wipe my hole. T-shirt's going to do it.
That is doubly bad then. I never thought of that.
Well, no, hang on a second. So you think it's better that if he just pulled up his pants? that is a scuttery shit. That is not solid. Like that is fucking like that's a pool. So he obviously there's no way he could have left that go unwiped. So we're getting into it now. But if you bring me scatological material, we're going to get into the logistics of shit.
I'm learning a lot about the
had to-
outdoors.
about the outdoors and scumbags. He had to wipe, so he obviously had to use his t-shirt.
Oh, I never thought of that.
So whenever you see guys walking around with no top on or driving with no top
just
on,
taken
they've
a
just taken
shit.
an outdoor shit. I mean, I thought you'd have known that by now. When it's summer and you see a lot of teenage lads walking around town, it's not because they're trying to get a tan and show off muscles. They've just done outdoor shits.
They just didn't have toilet roll.
and his stool behind. Thomas says when he got home, it was too late to take care of it right away, so he waited until Sunday morning to take on the turd.
Oh, like your Saturday night's ruined because you find a shit.
You know what's out there.
You know what's out there. Then your whole Saturday night's going to be going. It's the foreboding of going. Like if I have to cut the grass, I'm odd. I'm not in a good mood. This guy has to clean shit belonging to another human being, and he's already seen the guy. The next day, I would be fucking fuming. I'd actually go on the hunt. I'd go try and find the guy in the green car.
Yeah.
I'd drag him back to my house. I'd be
Yeah.
like, clean up your shit and take your t-shirt. And in a driveway.
Yeah.
Why not a bush or a hedge or even just the grass?
Yeah.
Like why right in the middle of the driveway? Do you think there's a beef between them?
I don't
Because
think
it sounds like he doesn't know who he is.
he has no idea who this man is. So like, yeah, like why didn't he just pull up into like, you know, strategically park where he could hide himself
Yeah.
and, you know.
Like, okay, if you need to get sick and you need to pull into the side of the road, little tip for you. Open both doors.
What?
Open both doors, front and back. Open the back door
Yeah.
and the front door of your car.
Yeah.
And then you sit in the driver's seat, leaning outwards, and then you're blocked from both sides. Do you ever get the shame when people are like driving past and you're like, Don't tell me you've never gotten sick out of a
I
car.
have, yeah, I have. Yeah.
Late night, the night before, hungover, whatever. You need to fucking you need to call Huey, and then you have to do it at the side of the road, and you feel the shame. You feel the other cars watching you, going, "Oh, look, the state you're on there." So what you do is you open the door, then you open the back door. No one can see you from that side
that's
because of
clever.
that door. No one can see you from the
Yeah,
front because of
I'm
that
with
door.
you.
And all they can see is little ankles. But like, I mean, they don't know you're puking. You could be having a shit.
Exactly.
Just put your t-shirt in the roof. They'll be like, "Yeah, she's having a shit."
Do you know in Spain, you know the way we say Huey? Call Huey.
Call Huey.
In Spain, it's Raúl.
Raúl! Oh, I like
Seems
that.
cool,
Is that
isn't it?
legit?
Yeah.
Call
You
Raúl.
call Raúl.
Oh, I like that.
That's better than
Yeah.
Huey, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh,
I
like
went
that.
in the hot sun, scrape it up, pour it into a bag, and then I pour bleach, and then I hose the
This is news.
I know.
News in America is, this is how I cleaned the shit. By the way, not actually very funny, this guy.
Yeah.
Super cool.
Yeah.
Super cool. I love the accent.
Now, Thomas says he's ready to put this smelly situation behind him. He just wants an apology from the person responsible.
Do you really want to invite Shitman back to your driveway? Because like if he has to go again, he's going to have to go again. He's going to be like, "Sorry, can I borrow your t-shirt?"
That's going to be the weirdest conversation you'll ever
Yeah.
have, you know?
"Hey man, sorry for shitting in your driveway."
said, "Man, you know what? I had an emergency, which I had nowhere to go, and this is where I had was to do what I have to do."
Fucking cool accent.
And now the Broward Sheriff's Office is looking into this one. So if you recognize the defecating deviant,
If you recognise the defecating deviant, what a superhero name. If you were ever going to be a superhero, the defecating deviant.
And what is your superpower? Just shitting.
You shit in people's driveways. It's like there's a couple of super criminals, there's a couple
That'll
of
teach them.
super villains, and like they go out, they're robbing a bank, and then like they'll think twice the next time, because when they come back from robbing that bank, there's going to be a big fucking shit in a t-shirt in their driveway. It's the calling card of the defecating deviant.
dropping deuces on driveways. Give Broward Crime Stoppers a call, 954-493-TIPS. We're live in North Lauderdale.
Will we call them?
Would we? Poor Ian Margall. I looked into this. Ian is kind of the guy that has to go out to all the... Are you calling them?
Yeah,
Oh my
let's-
God, amazing.
Let's call Crime
Amazing.
Stoppers. How do I do this now?
Broward County Crime Stoppers, how may I help you?
How's it going? Is this the Crime Stoppers?
Yes.
Yeah. I watched a video there. I'm not sure how old it is, but it was a video on the news, and they gave out the number about a fella with a green car that did a shit in someone's driveway.
What news channel did you see this on?
I'm not sure what it was. It's actually, do you know what? It's a YouTube clip, but it was a Florida fella, and he was in a green car, and he shat in some fella's driveway when your man was at work, and then they said if you've any information about it to call or whatever. I'm not sure if it's the same person, but the same incident actually happened in my driveway about 2 weeks ago, and I've no security cameras. I don't know who it was. I'm just wondering, did they arrest the fella in the green car who shat in the driveway? Because if
That I'm not sure. You that's on what city did that happen in?
it was Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Okay, yeah, you have to contact Fort Lauderdale to see if they had made any arrests. We wouldn't know.
Could you put out like an APB or whatever for a fella in a green car that shat in a driveway? He took his
No.
t-shirt off
You
and he
will
wiped
have
his
to
own hole with it.
contact- You will have to contact. We don't put out APBs. We don't.
I don't know what an
You have to
APB is. I just heard it on the telly, on the TV.
Yeah,
Like, do you know
you
what I mean?
You have to contact the city directly.
How do you ring a city?
What city do you reside?
It was Fort Lauderdale. I'm in Cork,
Okay, so you have to contact Fort Lauderdale directly.
but how do you? Sorry, no. Sorry, pardon my ignorance now. But how do you ring a city? What do you mean contact Fort Lauderdale? It's a
You have to contact Fort Lauderdale Police Department directly.
or ring the Shades and tell them about it. But do they have the information from your man?
That I don't know.
All
I
right.
can't speak for them. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, I understand because they're probably male voices or whatever, so they're different. But listen, it was all I know is from this report. It was a green car. It was a white guy. He shat in the driveway. Then he wiped his arse. It was a navy t-shirt, and then he left he left the t-shirt on the shit because it was fairly scuttery, and that's what your man did in my gaff as well. He wiped his whole. I know it's a common thing. Like if if you're out and about, like we've all seen fellas walking around with no tops on. That's what you do when you take an outside shit. You know what I mean? But he did leave it in my driveway, and I was fucking raging because I came home from work late Saturday night. I had to go out then on the Sunday, and I had to clean it up. I bleached it, and then I had to power hose it down or whatever. And now I won't even park on it. You know what I mean? So any information you could give me that I could pass on to them.
In reference to that, no, I don't. I mean, you can file a police report.
Okay.
You did it in your yard as well.
Yeah. I'm just looking. I just want to know if it was the same fella, because at least I know if he was caught, then I know it's not him. Do you know?
Yeah, that I wouldn't know.
All right. I suppose there's nothing more you can do for me, is there?
Yeah, no.
All right. Listen, have a good one, and I'll talk to you soon.
Too.
All right, go on. Take it easy, girl. Good luck.
Okay.
Good luck. Fucking useless pricks.
I'm sorry. What crimes are they stopping?
I don't know. Contact Crime Stoppers. I gave them all the information, and they said to ring an entire city.
Hello,
hell.
is that Fort Lauderdale?
Let me tell you about one of my favourite places in the world. I've played comedy clubs and theatres and pubs and live music venues all over the world. America, UK, Spain, Germany, Ireland, the whole shebang. One of my favourite places of all time is Sea Church in Ballycotton. Sea Church is East Cork's newest restaurant and live music venue. It is a modern and beautiful building. Integrated perfectly with one of the most iconic live venues in a beautiful church, and it's just being in there. You're going, oh, this is a very special space. It's class, and it gives so much gravitas and so much mood and atmosphere to every gig. Playing host to some of the best music artists, Christmas parties, mulled wine receptions overlooking the ocean, tableside entertainment and DJ. It's also the ultimate venue for other parties as well, for unforgettable weddings, birthdays, anything you want to put on there. It's absolutely great. Staff are absolute legends inside there. Everybody just kind of looks like they kind of want to be there, and that no one's paying them, which is kind of what you want. And fabulous seafood, burgers, wings, pizzas galore, washed down with Ireland's greatest musicians, comedians, not like myself, and playwrights as well. Find them on social media at Sea Church Ballycotton, or you can find them for more information on booking. Visit seachurch.ie, and you can get all your stuff there. That's seachurch.ie, and I think next year's Ballycotton Comedy Festival, which emanates from there, which is the hub of there, I think we might be doing our podcast festival as well, mixed in with the comedy. You can talk during these ads.
All right. I know this is all you. Let's move on. Let's play a game.
Okay.
We are playing Badly Described.
Go on.
Okay.
You fucked me. I'm intrigued.
On the screen here in front of you, we have got a timer, 60 seconds on the clock. I'm going to give you names of TV shows or movies, and you have to describe that show or movie badly in one sentence.
Okay. I gotcha.
So if it was Lost, you could say the cast have no idea what's happening and the audience have no idea what's happening. Okay, so one sentence to badly describe either the TV show or movie.
Okay.
Are you ready?
If I don't know what it is, I'm just going to pass.
Okay.
Like if I've never seen it or heard of it or don't know any references.
Okay.
Okay, are we ready?
Ready.
3, 2, 1.
Sex and the City.
4 old ones looking for a Mickey.
Twilight.
Moody Bird meets Pale Fella.
Breaking Bad.
Geography teacher goes Lula.
The Great British Bake Off.
It's like menopause in a tray. Taken. What's that? A fellow with a very particular set of skills can't do his carpentry job, so he goes fucking mental in Europe.
Glenroe.
I've homework to do, and I have school tomorrow.
So true. Grease.
We all want sex, but we can't say it. It's the 70s.
Batman.
Parents are dead. Go hunt some fellas.
Downton Abbey.
Posh people.
The Sopranos.
Never seen it. Past episode 3. I know he goes into a pond with ducks.
Okay, fair enough. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
A load of coked up small fellas. Those numbers were coked off their...
That was so weird when you think about it. That was for kids.
That was a flop. It was a box office flop.
Was it?
It only became popular. It only became popular as a cult classic then afterwards, but it flopped in the cinemas.
I always wonder why it became a Christmas movie.
Oh yeah, there's nothing Christmassy about it, is there?
Do you know why is it something that we watch at Christmas? Because there is a couple of those.
There are,
isn't there?
Well, yeah, but they're all Christmas movies, like Home Alone. Miracle on 34th Street. They're all Christmas movies. Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Debatable.
It's a Christmas action movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But why is Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory?
Fucking hell.
It's a good one.
Is it all the coke that the Oompa Loompas? It just looks like snow.
Hey, come here. Actually, speaking of that being targeted at kids,
Yeah.
you've got a few
A
kids.
plethora. I call them a plethora of kids.
You've got quite a few
Yeah.
of them. What kind of TV shows do they watch?
Depends, you see. I've got everything from 13 down to 2.
Okay.
So, Howard Henry, Henry Danger, Thundermans, bit of Paw Patrol, bit of Peppa Pig.
Yeah.
And then Emily's watching stuff like Stranger Things and stuff. So she's on full adult shows. Like, obviously.
Okay, I want you to have a look at this cartoon and see if this is something that you would let your kids watch. This is a cartoon from Denmark called John Dillermand. This is
John Dillermand.
John.
Could they have chosen a more fucking accountant name if they tried? John Dillermand. Jesus Christ. It just sounds like a fella that rings you up going, your VAT is overdue since March. And also, July's is now also due. Could you send in all receipts? John Dillermand, would you ever fuck off? I'm a comedian. I don't know anything about tax.
I'm not even going to tell you anything about this. Just
right.
watch the intro.
Okay. John Dillermand. John. Best fucking intro ever. Fucking love it already, and I love the artistic style of it. This looks pretty fucking cool. It's like miniatures. Is it? Everything's miniatures.
Not quite.
Did he just pull his Mickey off the back of a car? What happened there? Something came out of his crotch area, and a car pulled it, and it's stripy, and now it's a boat. What is... You're crying, so I'm probably fucking nail on the head with this one. Does he have a Mickey that he uses as a prop? Fuck off. John
watching.
is using his Dillermand as a boat. Did he just use his Mickey as a helicopter? What the fuck is this? The Danish are fucking mentlers. What the fuck? There is almost nothing. Oh, there's lyrics.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we need to go back.
Yeah.
Oh, we need to go back. We need to go back. Sorry, everybody. We need to go back. John Dillermand. John. Penis Man. John Penis Man. Also, Dillermand means penis man.
Yeah.
Penis Man. John Penis Man. He has the world's longest penis man. This is amazing. He just picked up a fucking dishwasher and put it in his bike. Some fella's going to lob it off with a cutters. Okay. There is almost nothing he cannot. There is almost nothing he cannot with it.
I think they mean cannot do with it.
Yeah. There is. Oh, same thing again. Swing it around. Get embarrassed. There's a bad translation here somewhere. He's pogo sticking on it as well.
Yeah.
Save the world if he was allowed. This is he looks like a Chuckle Brother. Or he looks like
Where's Wally?
He does. Where's Wally if Where's Wally was a sexual predator?
And in the 1920s.
It's more Where's Willy.
Yeah.
Isn't it? And it's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
It's Where Isn't Willy?
Absolutely.
It's the antithesis to Where's Wally. It's Where Isn't Willy? Oh, fucking hell. John Penisman, John Penisman, John Penisman. He has a lion on a leash, and the leash is his Willy. And there's kids on... he's committed already about 40 crimes, and this is the opening credits.
It's the opening credits.
The opening credits. Okay, so let's just say this. In fairness to him, it looks like his clothing has extended the length of his Willy. It looks like he's got a Willy warmer on.
Yeah.
Because it's stripy, so it's like he's got a knitted kind of extended thing. So it's not. There's no Bear Mickey anywhere in this.
Yeah.
His Dillerman is completely covered.
It's not sexualized.
It's not sexualized, but it is pretty ferocious. Like, as in, it's fucking, it's lashing around the place.
Yeah.
Like. I mean, if it was a whip, you'd say, "Fucking put that whip away. You're going to take someone's eye out."
Jesus, John.
Do you know? So in this particular. Let's have a look at this. So there's a lion trying to get at children who are standing on top of an ice cream stand van thing.
Yeah.
And then he's whipping the lion with his Mickey in front of the children, and they're all jumping up and down going, yeah!
Because he's
Slap
saving
him
their
with that
lives.
Mickey.
He's saving their lives.
I would prefer to take on the lion than the man who is lashing everybody with Jesus. I know he's been again in front of kids. This is very weird.
Yeah.
He's now going up into the air because there's balloons attached to his Mickey. A woman just shot him with a shotgun. This is fucking.
That's John's
mental.
mother as well.
Are you serious? Wow.
That is the intro.
Wow.
Yeah. So
It is now officially my favourite show.
this cartoon, even though it looks much older, it only dropped in January of this year, and it's aimed the target.
January of this year?
This year, yeah. It's only
It's got a bang of Viz in the 70s and the 80s off
it's
it.
kind of got Bosco vibes off
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
it?
yeah,
You know,
it does.
behind the magic
Yeah.
door. So it came out in January, and this is aimed at kids aged 4+.
Why? Don't tell me it's this thing now about body positivity.
Little bit of that.
If you have a 7-kilometre long willy,
Yeah.
don't be ashamed of it.
So dealer in Denmark in Danish,
Danish.
it means it's the slang word for penis. So I
Okay.
suppose it's kind of like Willy.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
guess,
dealer,
in a way.
yeah.
Like we could see, there's nothing his penis can't do. You know,
Yeah,
he can tame lions. So he can apparently, but. This is something that the Danes do an awful lot of. They're super progressive when it comes to their children's TV programming.
I also have. Do you know that we normally learn a fact about me in every episode?
Yeah.
I feel like
no. Oh God, this is going to be a dark road.
I feel.
Oh no.
I feel like this is a good time to.
Oh, no.
I feel like this is a good time for me to share some information with the listeners.
Is your wife going to be like, Ross, why did you tell them that?
No, most people know. Anyway, if anyone's come to any of my stand-up shows, they would have probably heard something about it anyway.
Okay.
This is the mentalist of all of the episodes so far.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't just like bad or cheesy or whatever. This is just utter insanity. Are you okay?
I
you going through-
told you my Google search history is very weird.
Are you going through like a crisis or like do you need to talk to someone? Because
I probably do
there's
after
probably
this.
phone lines that you could call.
You were diverting here because you were going to tell us a story
Oh,
about
yeah.
you. So
Okay.
you were only diverting here now. So
Okay. So
oh God, he's finished his coffee.
finish my
before he
coffee for
gets
this
to-
one.
Oh no.
okay. So it's about a diller. Do you want to hear this?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, and this is directed at the listeners. I'm not sitting in a room telling you about this.
Okay. I think our friendship is taking a weird turn after this, but okay.
So, I was born different.
Right.
It can't hammer in tents or anything, or it can't make pretzels or whatever.
Okay.
So,
But can it tame a lion?
okay. So normally, the anatomy of one of them
Yeah.
is, and I only found. Okay, I'm going to tell you a story of how I found out what I found out, and then I'll do it in a way that it's not just me giving you information. I'm going to tell you a little story. Who's ready for story time with Ross
I'm
Browne?
sweating now.
Okay,
Oh my God.
you ready?
Okay. Right.
So me and my buddy were sitting in Spain, right?
Okay. How old
And,
are you?
I'm 20. He's
Okay.
20 as well.
Right.
Okay. Two of us sitting down. We're sitting on my couch in Spain. There's no one there at home, whatever. We're both sitting down watching TV. And then he whips his out, right? In a playful way, right? In a Dillerman way. You know what I mean? Like he just goes, hey! And everyone's happy to see
Boys
him.
are weird. You do
Yeah.
that, yeah.
Do you not do it?
What can we whip out?
No flap or something. I don't know.
There's logistics involved in
I
that.
don't know.
Yeah, okay.
So he lobs his out anyway, right? And he's like, "Hey, look at that!" Right? And that's the extent of male friendship. We just go, "Hey, whoa, hey!"
Like,
Right?
what's the response to that?
The response is just like, "Ah, ha, ha.
Okay. Okay.
Do you want a coffee?" Do you know what I mean? That's it. Like it's just you're just completely desensitized to it. You're in change rooms, you see him all the time, whatever. You're just like, "Hey!" And I went, "What the fuck is wrong with yours, man?" And he went, "What?" And I went, "What the fuck is wrong with your dick?" And he went, "What you was wrong with my dick?" And he started getting really. And I was like, "There's nothing wrong with it." I was like, "Yes, there fucking is." He was like, "What?" I was like, "It's only got one hole." And he went, "Huh?" He said, "It's only got one hole." And I went, he went, "It's only supposed to have one hole." I went, "No, it's fucking not, man. It was supposed to have two." And he went, "No." And I went, "Yeah, it's meant to have two holes." And he went, No, man.
Did you have an
Are you
extra hole?
Are you sure you want the rest of this?
Yes.
story?
Where was it?
So I... So I went, no, man. I said, you're meant to have 2. And he went, no, you're fucking not. You're only meant to have 1. And I was like, listen, man, I know. I've got 3, but I know you're only meant to have 2. So
You had 2 extra ones. What?
he's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I was like, and yours is in the wrong place. So he said, show me. And I said, okay. I took mine out, and then he went, what the fuck is wrong with your one? I went, there's nothing wrong with my one. Maybe there's 1 extra hole, but you've got 2 less. You got 1 less hole. You've only got 1, and it's at the very top. It's not meant to be at the very top. And he goes, yes, the fuck it is.
Oh my God.
So we're arguing for like an hour. Like, we're both like looking at each other, and I'm like, I'm telling you, man, it's meant to be here, 1, 2, 3. And he's like, no, it's meant to be there, 1. And I'm like, no, man, I'm telling you, you're meant to have 2. I've got 3. You've only got 1. Something fucking wrong there. Then he starts doubting himself. So we went through the whole day with him going, he really meant to have 2. And I meant, you only meant to have 1. We're 20. We're 20. So we went out that night to the pub. We went out to Cafe Ronnie's in Spain, and we got in there, went in, and Hege went straight up to the group of lads that were there and was like, lads, question there for you. How many holes are you supposed to have in your Mickey? And they were all a load of English lads. And they were like, a what? And he was like, you're Willy, like, your dick, how many holes you meant to have? And they went, 1. And he went, he's got fucking 3 holes and they're in the wrong place. So he called the lads into the bathroom. They all had a look and they were like, what the fuck? So then they came out, they were like, you have to see that. And then Hege had the bright idea of, we can make a fucking fortune off this. So we charge people €2 a head.
To look at your willies.
Look at mine only. Because
Oh
we
my
found
God.
out that his was normal, if a little bit on the small side.
How much did you make that night?
We made about 90 quid.
What?
Yeah, 100
No
quid.
way, you were an actual freak show.
Yeah.
You
pretty
were a
much.
freak show.
Yeah, and he was like fucking Hugh Jackman in The Greatest Showman. He was like, from now on. I was like, this is me. No jocks can hold me down.
I'm sorry.
One side's white and the other's brown.
But like, I'm so intrigued. Okay, so like when you like, what were the extra holes doing? Like,
I don't know what they do. One could be an orange juice dispenser for all I know. I haven't found out. Like, I went to the doctor once.
I feel like you were like a walking watering can. Like, were you?
I sit down all the time when I go to Jack's.
Okay.
Unless I'm going in a public bathroom and I don't give a shit about it. Like, do you know what I mean? I'm like, if it's someone's driveway, I'm just going willy-nilly.
Good choice of words. So like, but like, so when you go to wee,
Mm-hmm.
does it come out one hole?
This is the weirdest podcast I've ever done in my life.
Where like does it come out one hole?
And I
or-
wish you were a dude now.
Yeah.
Because
I wish I was too, because I'm trying to imagine. So like, wait, does the wee come out one hole or does the spout
I
out
don't know,
all?
because
What
if
do
you look
mean?
down, you can piss your own face. You can't look. You can't just
Does
fucking
it go up?
No. What do you mean? Does it go up? It goes
Like, so
Okay,
where are the holes?
It's close by to where it should be, but it's on the under. Okay.
Oh right, it's underneath. Okay,
If, so
yeah.
if it was a snake, right? If it was a snake,
You
my
wish.
buddy's one is right where the snake's mouth is, right?
Okay, yeah.
Like normal,
Like
like
normal.
everyone.
Yeah, yeah.
Mine is just under the chin.
What happens? Like, how does that happen?
So I was born with this thing. It's called something big name. I went to the doctor once when I was like after I was 20,
Yeah.
like when I was 21 or whatever, and I said, he said, we'll have a look or whatever. I went with something else. He was like, we'll have a look or whatever, and I said, I've got something to show you. I said, have a check this out. And I took it out and he went, whoa. And I was like, yeah, because I bet you no one's ever made you say whoa in a way that wasn't like a really bad news, whatever. And he was like, I've seen 2 in a book. I've never seen 3. I was like, yay!
You are a walking
Yeah.
circus act.
He said it's called something. I can't remember what it's called.
And like, is there an option?
He said
to...
that, he said that there's one tube.
Okay.
So it's the same like anatomically, but there's just three different exit points or whatever. I'm not sure. Who knows?
No wonder you've so many kids. Like, no wonder. Do you know?
I'm just a garden sprinklering all over the place.
That is... like, why am I not even
I remember going
surprised
to the
by
doctor
this?
when I was a kid because
Yeah.
I had to get circumcised.
Okay.
And they said, because if I didn't get circumcised, they said I'd piss all over myself. I think was the actual technical term the doctor used. I think he was disbarred after that. But I remember a load of students standing around looking at it when I was small.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so they must have been like, we're never going to see something like this before unless fucking X-Men comes true.
But you obviously played
I
sport.
was an X-Man.
You obviously played.
the Civ.
What is this lad going to do?
He's going to wreck the gaff.
But like, you played sports and stuff growing up, didn't you?
I did wrestling.
Like, yeah, but so like dressing rooms, did you like?
Oh, they loved it. The wrestlers loved it. The wrestlers were like, what the fuck? I could
my
ring
God.
wrestlers right now and they would be like, we were all enamoured.
That would be a very weird phone call to get.
Will we ring a wrestler?
Yeah, I do.
I can't, my phone's recording. We'll ring a wrestler next week. And
I actually don't know how we come
and
back
his
from
one
this.
actually goes off to the
Oh
side.
my God, this
does.
podcast is after taking a weird
Turn. It's like his. It goes off to the side.
but I'm kind of intrigued.
Yeah, but the thing is, I just felt that was apropos after Dillerman.
Yeah.
And we kind of do learn something every week. Like
Yeah.
last week was the tick or whatever.
The toe thing. Like Denmark is really pushing the boundaries when it comes to their programming. They have other shows as well.
Bit odd.
Yeah.
But okay.
But
I'm all for it.
But the thing is about these programs is that they get child psychologists to work on them as well. So, like John Dieterman, like that's not overly sexual.
No, there's nothing sexual about it.
No,
it completely desexualizes
yeah. So
the organ. It's literally just going, this is a handy utensil.
yeah, essentially, it's
But
just
my
like,
problem is that sometimes maybe people might misconstrue it and they'll go, oh, I can't find the jack for the car. And some kid will be like, just use your lango. Just use your Dillerman, man. Do not watch John Dillerman.
Oh my God! I think that is where we need to wrap up the pod.
I have such a headache.
Quite literally, are you ready to do a bit of a wrap right now to I think put an end to proceedings?
All right. Yeah.
Okay. So we've got a beat.
Yeah.
We've got a rapper in Ross Browne.
Mm-hmm.
We just need some words to incorporate.
Okay. You've just written down 13 or 14 words for me based off today's show.
Yeah, to summarise today's podcast, I think.
Yeah,
all the stuff we talked about.
Lovely handwriting, by the way.
Thank you.
Fair play to you. Okay, and I've queued up my beat, and this is complete freestyle.
Okay.
By the way, let me preface this by saying this could go absolutely tits up, or this could work, and that's again. We're leaning into this. There's no second takes. There's nothing like that. We don't fake anything. I got the words literally 15 seconds ago and I literally just read them to make sure that I can actually read them.
Yeah.
And that's what we do. And if it fails, it fails. And if it goes great, then those ones will be even better because, we're not faking nothing. Okay, let's go. That's the right button. See that? Yeah, all right. Okay. Here, I'm losing weight and I used to be a fat bitch, but at least I wasn't dropping on someone's lonesome catfish. And I'm not a guy who was riding around with a bike and I was saying I'm from the FBI and then said psych, and I told them they don't belong here, they gotta go home. And then I just took off because I had no mobile phone and the cops started chasing me down some fucking trail. And then I took off and they followed me just like a snail, yeah. Because I'm a man, I'm from Florida, I got a Florida. See, I just fucked up that word with Florida. I don't care because it's in the south and everybody knows that Ross Browne's got a big mouth now. I want to know, did he take some pill, man? Because there's a guy over in Denmark called Dillerman, and a Dillerman is kind of man with a penis, and everyone knows that women are Mars and men are from Venus. Or is it the other way around? I think so, because some men think that women are cool, but women think that men are slow, and we come from the wrong place because men look at our penises instead of our faces. And though sometimes we call it tricky because men sit in couches and look at each other's Mickey, and there's nothing sexual, we're trying to do nothing, and guys are just sitting there going, you're only bluffing, I wouldn't touch it. But I look at it for a second, and then he comes over and he says, here, my Mickey beckoned, and all I want to do, I kind of reckon. I said, you got too many holes. He said, it's not a second, yeah, a second or a third. I'm dropping a third because the man is dropping deuces all over the world. He's putting up in his car and it's kind of green. You ring the person to ask him, is it obscene? And she says, we don't even know. You gotta call the city because we don't even know the score, and we don't even know if a guy's got a green car, and we don't know if he lives close or if he lives far. And listen now, Life can be a beach, but it's not when you gotta clean up somebody else's shit with bleach. And you gotta also pick up the guy's t-shirt because nobody wants to know if this guy can go and skirt around the issue. Take it all away. And this guy's gotta clean shit every single day because this guy keeps pulling up when the other guy's at work, and he knows he's got a camera, but he still does that shit twerk. And I'm a guy because I really want to go to poles. I want to dance on poles and my 3 holes, and I kind of stick it around and stick it to the left and stick it to the right, and everyone knows it's kind of shite. And I'm the kind of guy, and my name is Proctor. I'm in police academy. Actually, I went to see my doctor. He said, don't you know your Mickey's not playing? I said, I just found out because I've just arrived back from Spain. Come on, man, for fuck's sake. This guy says you've got more holes than a stabbed snake. I've got this thing here. It's not by the mouth, it's under the chin. He said this is something I've never been in. This is something I've never seen, except when I was a student and I saw a little kid and they said that he's got 3 holes. I said that was me. He said that was my first day on the job. I said, so you were standing there 20 years ago looking at my knob? Yeah. Listen, I'm kind of a hedge jammer because I fill up bushes because I'm a big Mickey with a sledgehammer. That's right, yeah, it's bonkers because I'm a guy walking around like Willy Wonka's. This whole podcast has been about Mickey. I just understood that that's why this is so tricky, because everything's all about the same and we did it accidentally. You're the one to blame. No, don't you know I've got a big nose and a big chin, but the worst thing is my fucking toes, because don't you know I sound really thick because whenever someone mentions my toes I fucking tick. Oh, it got right to the end of the beat. Oh, fuck off, Vodafone.
Amazing. Oh my God.
It's so hard to do the rap on radio because I have to avoid all the things you can't say on radio. It's so much easier when you can just say whatever the fuck you want.
That is.
By the way, this is just what I had.
Yeah.
Sheet of paper. Proof.
Yeah.
Just these words. Oh my God, that was great fun.
That is so impressive.
That was so much fun.
I genuinely didn't know what way that was going to go, man. You were.
Oh, neither did I.
That is unreal.
That was one of my favourite times freestyling on mic because I could do it like I used to do it back out when it was live and stuff.
I think we got to do that every pod.
Do you think so?
I think we got to do that every pod.
So
Wow.
can you just say that you consented to my? I'm worried now already about penis. There's so much penis in this episode. And because I'm a male male person, and you're a female producer.
Look, on this occasion,
you've brought all of this on me.
I brought the Willy to you. Okay, that's something I never thought I'd say.
Should be.
Let's round this off.
All right, listen. This is our longest podcast yet. We're in at over an hour, I think, at this stage. And listen, what did we learn on this pod? We learned. Look, it's been very phallic. It's been a very phallic episode. And look, at least we've gotten it all out of our system now. We're never going to talk about Mickey's ever again. Don't forget to rate and review the podcast. Tell your friends about it. That's the way we're going to try and spread this. Word of mouth, that's probably the best way. Whenever I hear about great podcasts, it's always someone telling me, you got to listen to this podcast. If you want to suggest topics, if you want to send us on some of those crazy videos and something that you think that I haven't seen before, that you'd love to hear my take on or whatever, or if you'd like to leave a review as well, weirder the better. Absolutely fantastic. Go for it. Or email if you want to send us on any suggestions, game suggestions, things you think that I could be challenged with or whatever. It's unforeseenpod@gmail.com. I'm not going to spell it for you this time. I'm trusting you now that you've learned how to spell unforeseen, because I only have. So it's unforeseenpod@gmail.com, or you can hit us up on any of our social channels. That's Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and now also we're on the talk.
Ooh.
We're on the tick-a-tack-tack. So yeah, check us out there, and you'll see little clips and snippets and stuff like that. That's it. Take it ham and cheesy, and we'll see you on the next Unforeseen pod. Good luck. Bye.